Today, we are going to talk about a very important topical revolutionary scientific theory that suggests a supercar. One ingredient in our daily diet may be the culprit behind the explosive rise of so many modern chronic diseases. Have you ever wondered why? Despite our medical care becoming more advanced and the public becoming more health conscious, problems like diabetes and obesity have seemingly exploded in growth over the last few decades. Isn't that strange? The first clue, you see, is hidden right in this chart. These figures tell us that over the past 100 years, the amount of saturated fat we've consumed has actually remained quite stable. But look on the other side. The consumption of polyunsaturated fats has increased by over 300%. Well, a threefold increase. This is a very massive shift, telling us that a fundamental change must have occurred in our dietary structure. Okay, now that we have a clue, our investigation, of course, starts with the prime suspect, saturated fat. This has been a long-standing, almost universal, public enemy number one in our diet. Yet, for decades, we've pointed the finger at saturated fat. But the data is right there in check hasn't really changed. It's like the fingerprints at the crime scene don't match the chief suspect. This suggests that the real culprit may be someone else. And most critically, while all our attention was focused on this wrong target, the true perpetrator quietly infiltrated our daily diet. Look at this timeline, it's very interesting. It almost plays out the entire story's turning point. In the 1960s, based on some incomplete evidence, the public was advised to replace saturated fats with seed oils. Fast forward a few decades, as we accumulate more comprehensive, high-quality research, we look back and realize that those initial accusations against saturated fat were actually unfounded. Well, since the prime suspect's field is diminishing, who is the real culprit? Now, let us introduce the new faces in this health mystery, a group of highly industrialized and processed oils that are now virtually omnipresent. It's them, these 8 specific seed oils. We must grasp a crucial concept. These oils are a very new addition to the history of human nutrition. Think about it. Throughout our long evolutionary history, our ancestors had zero exposure to these things. This point is truly critical. 80%. Honestly, the first time I saw this number, you were startled. Think about it. 80% of the fat we consume comes from these recently introduced oils. This highlights the sheer extent to which they have taken over our entire food supply chain. Whether you're eating out or cooking at home, they are almost impossible to avoid. I think this quote is very stark and yet very fitting. Researcher Martin Griffith said this, directly comparing the toxicity produced by heating these unstable oils to the equivalent of smoking 25 cigarettes a day. Wow, this analogy gives us a very vivid picture of how serious this problem is. Okay, we have identified the suspects. Now let's examine the crime scene. Let's drill down deeper, right to the cellular level, to see exactly how these seed oils damage our bodies. Before we dive in, we need to understand the key concept called oxidative stress. You can imagine it as a kind of rusting process inside our body, a harmful state of imbalance. Many scientists now believe this is the root cause of many chronic diseases. The energy model of insulin resistance sounds complicated. Right, it's okay. I'll explain it simply. It's like asking what happens when you pour the wrong kind of fuel into a super precise machine. This groundbreaking theory, said to be published in 2025, provides a complete explanation. It tightly links seed oils, this wrong fuel, with the metabolic chaos in our bodies. So, the whole process of cellular breakdown goes roughly like this. Step 1. Seed oils enter your body, triggering a massive amount of oxidative stress like starting fires all over your cells. Step 2. These unstable fats accumulate and directly attack our cell's energy factories, the mitochondria. Step 3. With the factory broken, the cell is forced to switch fuels to survive, frantically burning sugar to cope. Step 4. This abnormal cellular craving for sugar ultimately disrupts our body's entire blood sugar control system, leading to what we commonly call insulin resistance. Okay, what do these cellular problems look like in our real lives? Let's look at how this damage escalates into the various health issues we are all familiar with. Look at this long list. From large-scale observational studies to very rigorous experimental research, there is now increasing evidence linking excessive seed oil consumption to these chronic diseases. Look at the breadth of the impact. From metabolic diseases all the way to brain function, it's practically a systemic effect. Everyone should take a close look at this chart. This is a large study of over 50 people, and the results are truly shocking. The people who still use traditional animal fats for cooking had a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease than those who used modern vegetable oils. Look at the numbers: 17% versus 31.7%. The difference is almost twofold. This truly forces us to reconsider whether the dietary advice of the past few decades has been going in the wrong direction. Well, after discussing the severity of the problem, here comes the most important part. What should we do? Next, we will provide some very clear, effective steps that you can start taking immediately to help us gradually regain control of our health. I highly recommend you take a screenshot of this table right now. It is a super practical cheat sheet. On the left are the 8 industrial seed oils we should try to avoid. On the right are the relatively stable, more traditional, and healthier fat options. It will definitely be your best friend the next time you go grocery shopping. This is a simple 5-step plan. You can treat it as a small challenge to systematically remove these harmful oils from your diet. Start by recognizing them, and then develop the good habit of flipping to the back to check the ingredient labels before buying anything. Slowly, you will find that taking back control of your own kitchen and cooking at home more often is actually the most effective and most rewarding method. So, finally, I want to leave you all with a question to consider. We often chase the latest health trends and the newest superfoods. But is it possible that after all this searching, the most revolutionary health choice is actually to return to the traditional wisdom of our grandparents' generation? Perhaps the most avant-garde choice is to go back to the basics.